What's your thoughts on today? What are you expecting the scoreline to be?
Probably 6-0 Newcastle.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, we're useless. We're useless. Pony.
Really?
Yeah, pony.
But you're fourth in the league, no?
Fifth.
Fifth, yeah, fifth?
Yeah, pony.
Right, okay. $1 million question for you guys. Harry Kane. Are you wanting him sold to cash in on him, or is it a case of...
Obviously, Kane, we don't want him sold.
You know me!
No Spurs fan want him to go, but for him, yeah. But for the club, no.
Yeah.
For Kane, yeah.
What is your expectation this season? Are you giving up on top four then by the sound of it? Quite defeatist?
Yeah.
Who do you think will be top four then? And who do you think will win the league? So from first down?
City won it.
City, yeah.
Arsenal bottle jobs.
Is that bias, or do you reckon that?
No, serious. City, then Arsenal second.
Yeah.
And then I reckon United will edge it, then Newcastle.
Yeah. And you're managerless at the minute. Who do you want and who are you expecting to get in?
Who we get? I mean, knowing our owner, you might put me in charge, but I want Nagelsmann.
No, everyone's saying that, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, some people are saying Poch, but...
What do you think he would bring?
Nagelsmann, a project.
Yeah.
He's young, he wants a project. People saying company, but company would only come to go to City, so not much point.
Is he inexperienced, you think, or would you be happy to take company? He's obviously a stock's high at the minute.
Nah, company's experienced, but the issue is, the only reason he'll come is to go to City. Yeah. So he won't be a long-term fix.
Be like a stepping stone for... Yeah.
It'll be a step before City.
Yeah. You seem quite down on Tottenham's season this season. Is that a common thing with Spurs fans, do you think, this season?
Oh yeah, none of us have any hope. No one has any hope. We're just here to support the club, have a few drinks, enjoy it, and then we'll go again Thursday, go again Sunday. It is what it is.
If you get Europe, if the last people said Europe conference they don't want, they do not want that. Is that same with Spurs fans? Don't want that?
I reckon, from a fan perspective, I want to be in Europe. I like travel with the club. Went a few this season, and a few previously. So I think Europe, I'd definitely want. Europa League, I'd obviously prefer. Champions League's obviously what we want, but it's not going to happen. So yeah, Europa League would be all right. Conference League. It's a bit pony, but maybe it's a competition we can win. And
who do you want as your number one transfer target in the summer? What position as well?
We've got to sort our defence out. Got to get some. It's the whole club that needs to rebuild. We need to get some defence in, new keeper. Hugo, not for me. I think he's lost it a bit.
If you hear us out with this, so maybe because I've spent too many years being a Mike Ashley kind of fan, sort of thing. If you sold Harry Kane and cashed in on him, would you not be able to fix up so much? You get a new keeper, new defenders, maybe Tony or someone to replace Kane, get a lot of money?
Yeah, but you're forgetting who our owners are. So, would he invest in players or would he invest in another go-karting track? So, who knows? We see. I mean, a rebuild is needed, but we shall see.
Yeah, would you be happy if you kept Harry Kane for a year and he walked out for nothing? Or would you rather cash in?
I think, as a fan, I don't give a about the money. That's what Levy cares about. He wants the money. As fans, we don't care. We just want to win games. We just want him to score. We don't really care what the money happens. If we get 100 mil, that's great for Levy. It doesn't mean anything for us because realistically, maybe he'll spend half of it.
And next season, you've got Newcastle who look like they're a bit of a force. You've got Man U who could be billionaire owners. You've got Chelsea who might figure their stuff out. Does it worry you getting into Europe from next season onwards? Or do you think that the owner will put money in? It doesn't sound like he will.
Nah, I mean, it's definitely a worry. You've got, like I said, the teams you got mentioned. You've still got Liverpool in there, City, Arsenal, Brighton are coming up. You've got, who else is there? Fulham who are looking all right. So, listen, there's no easy games. So every team, like even the teams below us, they're all looking to fight for Europe. So it's a bit of a worrying one because we don't invest in the right places. We saw what happened to Chelsea. They invested, but they're still not done well. Liverpool, they didn't really invest much. They sold Mane. For me, they didn't really replace him well, and they've fallen off too. But they're coming back. But for Spurs, just need a rebuild.
And then we've got obviously the $1 million question for you guys is Harry Kane. Before we dive into that, what would you say his current valuation is? He's got 1 year left on his contract. What would you say his current valuation is?
What was Neymar? 200 million. So on the basis of that, 150. Yep. But with his age, maybe 125, something like that.
Yeah, you've got to say 100 plus for him.
Are you expecting to keep him? What's the expectation? He said he wanted out last summer. He stuck around. He's on managerless. Does it depend on the new manager or what?
I think it just depends on Harry Kane, what Harry Kane wants. I think he's been amazing for us. I think wherever he goes, he'll still be a legend at Tottenham. So if he stays, will be amazing. If he goes, I get it. So
your blessing, yeah.
Yeah, you can't for what he's done for this club and how he's performed for this club, top goal scorer of all time. What can you say?
Yeah, I don't think he'll leave for a foreign club though. I think he'll want to stay in the Premier League. So
record,
yeah. So I don't know if that bid comes in from Man U or Chelsea, like if he would go, like if there'll be like struggle to hold on to him. But if he decides to go to Bayern Munich, I think they'll let him go. But I don't think he'd want that.
The next question, and probably hear us out a little bit first, yeah. Obviously, Harry Kane, a huge amount of money. Would you be better off selling him because you need your defence sort and you possibly need a new keeper and a couple of other players that would finance it, or would you be in favour of keeping Harry Kane? He's 30 years old.
Got to keep Harry Kane. The game's about goals, and that's it. And we do. You are right. We do need the defence is struggling. Look at our defence of old: Rose, Walker, Alderweireld, Vertonghen. It's just amazing. And you look at the defence now, and there's no comparison. So you are right. We do need to strengthen the defence, but
would you do that for Harry Kane or not?
No. We will strengthen that defence, even if Kane stays. So
he's an irreplaceable player. So
even if he leaves for nothing, because in 1 year he could leave.
Yeah, well, that's a risk you've got to take, isn't it? Like potential selling him in the summer and then not being able to get a striker in next season. You can't score any goals. You have a good defence, but if you're not winning games, then it's no point. Yeah, I think a left-sided centre-back. I think Udoji's looking good when he comes in. He's been playing well for Udinese, but yeah, I think a left centre-back. Whereas I think target was Bastoni, but I think that's because Conte was there, so I don't know if that will change.
As Tottenham fans, the whole Chelsea, you'd imagine they would get their stuff together at some point next season. Man U are going to be taking over. Newcastle seem a little bit of a force. Does it worry you, European football in the next season or two?
What worries me is getting in the Conference League. I'd rather not be in it than in it, because that's a poor competition. And this Thursday night, Sunday afternoon business, I hate it. And
trophy though, no?
No, just want Champions League's where it's at. Everybody knows it. That's what you want, and anything else is a failure, really.
Yeah, I think it needs to get Champions League. Playing Thursday and Sundays is not ideal.
You've got Richarlison as well. Is he the best Brazilian? We've got a couple up here, Bruno and Joelinton. Who's the best Brazilian in the Prem?
Guimarães is good. Is it Guimarães, how you say it? Yeah, he's a great player. Richarlison, he's had about 2 or 3 injuries, so he's never really
come out and had a dig at him as well.
Yeah, he's lively. I think he's good. I like him. I like his personality. I like his desire. He wants to win, so I do like him. But I think, as you say, the best Brazilians in the league. You got to look at Liverpool's goalkeeper Alisson. And you got to look at Guimarães. I think Guimarães is a great player.
Is he the best Newcastle player, do you think?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. From an outside view, yeah, I think so. Yeah. I'm going through it now. Yeah, totally.
Who would you say? You've got ex-Tottenham as well as a friend.
He's great. Yeah, good player. It's like changed team, but like watching the Tottenham Newcastle game, like the reverse fixture list, like Guimarães looked untouchable, and that's where everything come from. It's like no one could get near him. So yeah, he's the best. He's a great player.
Yair, Zach, Pinchas.
And what's the score today, do you reckon?
2-1 Tottenham.
2-1 Tottenham.
1-1.
2-1 Tottenham. No idea.
Right, we're looking for the top 4. How do you see the top 4 of this league? From who's going to win it down to 4?
I think City winning it, the league. Arsenal. I think United, and I think Spurs could get 4th.
Yep. So I think City will win it, then Arsenal, United and Liverpool maybe.
Liverpool, so no Spurs?
Yeah, I'll be confident. I'll say City will win it, Arsenal 2nd, United 3rd, Spurs 4th, Newcastle 5th.
Yeah.
City win it, Woolwich 2nd, Man United 3rd. And unfortunately, Newcastle 4th.
Yeah, so a lot of you's not expecting Spurs to get 4th then?
I expect us to win personally.
No, not so confident.
So you're managerless at the minute. Who do you want as your new manager?
Bring Poch back.
Poch?
I would take Nagelsmann any day.
Nagelsmann. I think under his ownerships we can't win anything because they do not care about this football club.
Yeah, a lot of people seem really down on the ownership. He is kind of everyone in Spurs.
Mike Ashley cared more about Newcastle than Daniel Levy has ever cared about Tottenham. Mike Ashley cared more about Newcastle than Daniel Levy has ever cared about Tottenham.
Right, we're here with
Emily.
Cora.
Right, okay, so we need to know what's your top 4 this season. Who's going to win it down to 4th?
Man City.
Yep.
Arsenal.
Come on, Tottenham. Come on.
Man U Spurs.
Man U Spurs. So you think top 4, yeah?
I think top 4. I think I'll be in the top 4.
Who's going to win it? You think City or Arsenal or what?
I think City.
Would it kill you guys if Arsenal did win? Is that like a big thing?
Yeah.
So you're cheering for Man City the whole way?
Yeah.
through,
Kill me.
Yeah.
Who? He's on managerless at the minute. Who do you want as manager?
Poch.
Poch, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to agree.
Okay. And then Harry Kane. What's his honest transfer valuation at the moment? He's got 1 year left on his contract. What would you say it is?
No, I don't know.
No?
I also don't know.
Would you rather cash in now or would you rather try to keep a hold of him or what?
Keep hold of him.
keep a hold of him.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, even with Poch. Poch will probably keep him if he does want to leave. You had a good relationship, it seems.
Yeah, I want him to stay.
Yeah, a lot of the fans that we've been speaking to seem quite deflated, seem quite defeatist. Is there a kind of a bad cloud around Tottenham at the minute?
A bit, yeah.
It's been a deflating season.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you put that? Why is that? Is that because of the owner or?
I think that is one of the main
Is it
reasons.
Conte maybe? Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I think that was a big flop of the season as well. I think it was a bit disappointing, yeah.
Yeah, it's just been a challenging season.
Well, next season you've got Newcastle who are a giant now. You've got Liverpool who probably have a good season. You've got Chelsea who'll probably sort their stuff out. All the rest of them. Are you worried about Europe next season and teams kind of getting ahead?
Yeah, teams doing much better now, so I think we'll have troubles coming up.
They are, but hopefully we'll sort ourselves out by next season.
Yeah.
Where do you think you'll finish next season if you had to put a number on it?
I'm going to be optimistic and say 4th.
4th, yeah.
Yeah, I think definitely, 4th.
What's the mood looking at Newcastle from the outside? How do you guys see Newcastle as well from the away perspective?
I think on a bit of a high, obviously, because they've done so well. So just say out on a big high.
Who would you say the best player is? Who are you most worried about today?
I think just the whole team. Yeah, I think as a whole, done really well. So.
Yeah.
I agree.
Right, we're here with
Liam and Liam.
right, both names, yeah. Before we jump into it, we've spoken to a lot of Spurs fans today. The atmosphere seems quite toxic. A very black cloud sort of thing. Is that kind of right?
Because we're absolutely pants. That's why. Pretty much that is.
What is that? Is that because Conte has left? Is that because the owner? What's?
It's one word. Levy. Levy's the problem. Get him out.
What with that? Is taking money from the club like Mike Ashley, or is it bad?
Nothing like that. Just more about he wants to make money. He's not looking to build the team in any other way. He's hoping to get a quick, easy trophy, and it's not going to happen. You know what it is? It's not even. He doesn't want trophies. He just cares about money. That's all it is. Top 4 for him, and he's done. I've got nothing. Want him out.
Will you get top 4? So this is a kind of odd question, but you've got Newcastle who are progressing well. You've got Liverpool who have had a bad season. Chelsea might figure their stuff out next season. Are more teams? Are you worried about Europe going forward?
That's
from
the
next
thing.
season?
With looking at all the clubs, I don't see us doing well in the next few years. It's going to be a struggle, to be honest. When we lose Harry Kane, we're done.
I mean, that jumps on to the next $1 million question. Before we jump into that, honestly, what's his valuation? What would he go for, do you reckon?
I think 100 million probably.
100 mil?
Yeah,
Do you know what? It doesn't matter how long he's got left on the contract. He is the main man at Tottenham, so you can't really replace him, can you?
Wherever he goes, he's scoring 25 goals in a season, and you can't name me players who can do that in the Prem, other than Haaland.
Would you be in favour of him going? Because if he stays one more season and you don't renew his contract, that's a lot of value to walk out of a club.
I think you can't. I think I'd do like to keep him, to be honest, because you can't replace that, like we said. But I don't know. It's a tough one. But watching Spurs about Harry Kane it's gonna be weird.
Do you know, if you let him go, like you say, on a free, it's a big hit. You can't really replace it. But at the minute, I don't think we can afford to let him go at the moment. So that's where we are. We're stuck in a limbo, really.
Hear me out a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to play devil's advocate a little bit. If he leaves for 100 million, do you not think we can replace Lloris? We can sort our defence out. We can maybe get a replacement striker in that's half as good or whatever.
Anyway.
Would you be in favour of that though, or would you keep Harry Kane to the detriment of the?
I don't trust him with the money. I don't trust him. They did it before with Gareth Bale. Got 7 players in.
absolutely messed up the whole thing up. They'll do it again. I don't trust them.
Yeah, no, like you said, don't trust them with it. It's a great point. So, no, I think whatever way you look at it, it's a lose-lose, really. Yeah.
Next season, what do you want your top three to be, your front three?
Oh, it's a great question.
Is this dreaming or is this realistic?
Realistic.
I'll go Kane, Son, and Kulusevski. I like the front three. I don't think the front three.
Is he better than Richarlison?
I think, yeah.
Spent a lot of money on Richarlison.
He's a sulker. I'm not a fan of him, to be honest.
I like him.
He throws himself around.
He scored no goals in the Premier this season. It's not good enough.
I like him. It takes people time when it's a jump, and it's a step up from Everton. And I know he's at Watford before, but that was a step up, and he took his time there. He'll be all right next season.
He's all right European when he goes to the World Cup.
Yeah, that's the thing is, the basket kit can't complain now, I guess. But do it for Spurs. That's the next bit.
He's been unlucky. He's had a couple chalked off VARs, offsides, all that sort of stuff. So he'll come good. He'll be okay.
Who's your number one transfer target in the summer?
Got to be a centre half. I know.
It doesn't matter. A centre half.
A left-footed centre half.
Is there someone that comes to mind that you think,
Top of my head, someone like Laporte from City, someone like that. That sort of kind
Did you get him though?
That's another question, isn't it? That's another question.
It's whether he wants to come to Tottenham, really, because they'd probably be able to afford him if they pulled their finger out. But yeah.
Are you worried as well? You've got Newcastle who might become a powerhouse, Liverpool, a few others. Are you worried about Europe?
It's gonna be a problem later on. I think we need now to invest before the other teams come up. Like Newcastle, they're lingering around now. So
what do you think of Newcastle at the minute from the outside perspective?
It looks like they finally got the owners they deserve. Good fans, good club. I'm happy for them, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. However, the 2-1 defeat at our place, they did enjoy time wasting. That was one of the most frustrating games I've been to. But yeah, no, on the whole, likeable team, very good players. Jolinton, Maximan, Botman, fantastic signing. So Trippier as well.
Who are you most worried about today?
I think Isaac fell out top.
Isaac, you rate him, yeah?
Him against Eric Dyer at the back. That's going to be a problem. Anyone against Eric Dyer at the back's a problem, to be honest.
I have a feeling Joe Willock's going to be involved today, so I can see that coming. Former Arsenal man.
He's not a big star name or whatever.
No, do you know? I think he'll do something against us.
That's what it is. That's the problem. Yeah,
there's an extra fight in his game today, so. Yeah.
And as well, obviously Arsenal are doing well. Is it kind of killing you watching that? And do you think they might win the league this season, next season, or do you think City's just too far ahead?
I loved watching that Southampton game the other night. Absolute bottle jobs. If they bottle us, it's the biggest bottle I've seen in Prem history. And I don't want to hear anything else. We got it a few seasons ago when we bottled it. Biggest bottle job. I can't wait for their demise. It's quite sad, but the highlight of my season is going to be when they finish second. It's going to be the highlight of my season.
Yeah, no, they've had a great season. They're probably going to carry on, but they bottled it massively, and I'm enjoying it at the minute. So hopefully it goes that way.